Hello, I'm Dragoș, and in this video we're going to check DeepSeek R1. So basically DeepSeek released a reasoning model called R1 that you can use it for free. Also you can install it in your Mac Mini with the help of Ollama, and in this video we're going to install it in the Mac Mini 4 Pro and see exactly how it's working, and we're going to see how much resources are needed and how it's doing in terms of tokens per second. So this is the DeepSeek, and this is their website, and for a first you can access this for free. Basically you can go into their DeepSeek.com website, and if you hit start now you will be prompted to go in here, and in here you see that you have the DeepSeek, which is currently free, and in here you have the deep think options that can be enabled or not, and in here you can ask him a question. So for instance, let me ask him this question, and in here I prepared a question. Basically, when I was young, I have this problem told to me, and basically this problem, it's about the goat and the cabbage and the wolf, that it's crossing a river with a boat, and how you can take them both to go to the other side without let's say wolf eat the goat and the goat eating the cabbage and so on. So basically this is like an interesting questions that I am remembering it from when I was 7 years old, and I like it, and we're going to see how this is going with the DeepSeek and with the models that are open source. And yeah, let's go and give it a try in here. So right now I've sent the details, and you see in here that this model, it's thinking right now, and it's telling exactly what it's thinking on in this area, and at the end it will send you the response for this. And yeah, you can see the reasoning that it's doing, and this is the difference that it makes besides O1, which is like you paying for this even $200 for this, and you can access this for free. And in here you see that it takes some time to resolve this problem. The idea of this is to see how it's working and not focus on the specific of this, because it can do better, especially because this is like a question that it's online and it has already the answers, but we're interested to see exactly how it's thinking and what is his response. And in here you see that it provided a response. So basically this is the response that it did, and you see that it did a pretty good job. Again, we are not here to judge the correctness of this, because you can do this for free if you want. I was just showing you how this is working and how it's doing. So we see in here that it spent about 1 minute to think of this thing, and yeah, you see in here the response. So you can access all of this for free, but maybe you want to install it on your Mac or device, and in next part we're going to go and install this on my Mac 4 Pro model, and we're going to see how it's working. So basically, if you're going to check the Ollama, I already have Ollama installed, you'll see in this area in here that you have the DeepSeek R1 model, and in here you have the distilled models. This is how they are called. You see that you have the 1.5 billion parameters, which has 1 gigabytes only, 7, 8, 14, 32, 70, and the big one that has 671 billion parameters, which is 400 gigabytes. I don't have resources to run this, so we're going to focus on the ones that are with 8 billions from Llama, and the one that has 14 billions, and see how it's working on this Mac Mini. Again, from my point of view, the smarter the model is, the better it will do. Basically, you need to think like if you are a dumb person, even if you are thinking harder, you will not accomplish anything, because you still remain a dumb person. So I think this applies with also these models. So the smarter it is, the better it will do. That's why I think the one that it's with the biggest parameter, it will do the best. Again, you can access it for free. It has an API that it's like very cheap in comparison with the O1 one from the OpenAI. And in here are the models, and I already have them installed. And in here you see in the left side I have the terminal set up, and we have the memory, which is not used a lot. You see in here that Windows is using the most memory in here, and we're going to go and give it this a try. I have here the ghosty terminal done. I will let a link in the description if you like this terminal, so you can configure it like this. And right now, if we're going to run the ollama list, we're going to see the models that we have, and in here we see that I have the 8 billion parameter one and the 40 billion parameter one, and here you see the space that it's using. I have already pulled this, so we can go and check, and let's go and start the first one. So first I will go and use the one with 8 billion, sorry, parameters. Okay, I will start it in verbose so you can see what is happening and see the memory usage. And let me copy the same thing. So basically we are going to see how much time this model takes to finish the same questions. I will put it in here. And at the end, we are going also to see a nice interface for these ollama models that you can use on your Mac. This is not only for Mac the interface, but it's it will help you like work better with your local models. And in here you see that it's starting doing the reasoning, and again the first part it will be with the thinking one like this. It will be between thinking, and it will do some thinking for this. Basically it took about, I don't know, like 4 minutes to think on my previous test, and it didn't do well. Basically it had like a dumb response. It wasn't well at all. But again, let's see in the second try if it's better or not. You see that in here the memory usage is not utilized to the maximum. You see that you have about 20 gigabytes of memory used, and you have the cache files for gigabytes. And again, there are some other applications like they're using memory. You see in here I have the ghosty Z that is using some memory. Most it's used by Windows, and yeah, this is how it's doing. So you see that the speed is quite good, and it's thinking a lot on this question. I didn't thought that it will do that many thinking on this, because it's like something that you can find the answer easy online. It's not something that I've created, it's just out there. And again, it took about 4 minutes for this to finish. And let's wait, because the memory it will not modify, it will remain like this. So basically it's using about 15 gigabytes of memory. Okay, so this thing has finished right now, and you see that it's about 28 tokens per second, which is pretty good. And it took this thing 6 minutes to finish, because it used like a lot of tokens for this. And you see that 10,000 tokens it took for this to finish, and it did a poor job of this for this answer. Let's see. So in here it finished with the thinking, and it's starting tell us some like gibberish thing with chicken and things like that. And again, it's not a good answer, because the model is dumb, and yeah, you cannot make something good from a dumb model. And that's why I think it's like this. But again, you see that this thing it's usable in here, and you can use it on your Mac Mini 4 Pro. Let me go and try the other one. Let's see how it's doing. So right now I will try the 40 billion one, and right now let's go and check the memory. In here it's like more okay. And let's start the 41 also in verbose. Okay, so right now this should start, and I will copy the question for this. Okay, and we're going to see the memory. Basically, I don't think it will be like a very big difference. Okay, right now this thing has started, and you see that the memory use, it's, I don't know, about the same. Swap is not used, and this thing, it started to go, and you see that it's pretty usable, and it's yeah, it's better of thinking from what I've seen, because it has more parameters. And again, we're going to wait and see how it's doing. Basically, I'm expecting this to be half like tokens per second. But again, you see that you can use this with your Mac Mini Pro. And again, if you're thinking to buy one that has more memory, I don't know if will help with these LLMs, because even if you're try to use a bigger one, it will take a lot of time for the response to get back to you. So I don't think the memory, it will be very useful. Maybe with bigger GPUs, it will do a better job than with memory. Let's wait for this to finish. Okay, so it looks like this, it's just going to a loop. Basically, it's doing like this for, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. It's just trying to find a solution. It doesn't find the solution, it tries again, and so on. So you see in here that is not is not reaching any conclusion yet. So this problem, it's like very hard for them to figure it out. And I guess, yeah, we're doing this at 7 years, and we can respond to this question. And these LLMs, like the smaller one, they can't even do that. So I will close this right now, because it's like an endless loop. Basically, it is about 15 tokens a second from the last things. I mean, I can try it, do this with like a classic questions like let's see, build me a snake game in Python, and let's run this, because the other question is not answered by this. Okay, right now it's telling us what it did, and it should finish shortly. So you see that to create this game, it took about 2 minutes, and for this it took about 70 tokens per second. And yeah, it's okay. I mean, the Mac Mini can run this model, and you can do the work with it if you want. Again, you can use this model for free, the bigger one, if you want. Let me exit this. And right now, for instance, if you want to, let's say, add a new UI to these models to do a better job, I have this that can be used. Basically, in the past I used anything LLM, but recently I discovered this tool, ChatBox. It's still open source, and it has like a free options that can be used. You see that is the interface. It's looking nice. Basically, this is an application, and in here if you go into the settings, you have the options to choose them in the model. You choose the model. In here you have like some options to add different language models, including ollama like this. And in here you have the host. It's on localhost with the default port, and in here you can choose the default model. Again, you have the memory and the temperature that you can set. I already did that. And in here you see, for instance, you have the interface, and again you can choose between the models in here that you have installed. So basically I have the 2 DeepSeek one and the Llama 3.2 one, and let's go and, for instance, ask him the question. Let's go and use the DeepSeek 8 billion parameters for this, so to see how it's looking. And in here let's go and ask him to build a Python game. I just want to show you how you can use this with ollama. And right now again you'll see that it's starting to think on this, and it will tell you the think part, and when this will be finished it will be shown in here. And right now the think part is finished, and see that this one is better because you have like code option in here that you can copy directly. This thing also has artifacts and things like that. You can add images, files, search the web and things like that. I just discovered this ChatBox application, and it can be installed on your Mac, and yeah, it helps you use easily the ollama models. I didn't play a lot with this, but it looks nice, this ChatBox application, and I think I'm going to use it with my local models. And yeah, this is the response. You can see in here the details. Again, if you want to use another model, just go in here and put the question like this. And right now you see that it's using the ollama model for this, which is faster. And yeah, you can use this ChatBox application with your ollama models easily. And yeah, this is the video. I hope you enjoy the video, and you make a decision if you can run your DeepSeek LLM directly on your Mac Mini. And in case you like what we have seen, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you in the next video.